As an athlete, Special Olympics may seem like just something I do, but to me, so much more than that.
It's my world. It's a place that supports me, who I am, every step of my journey, through my entire life.
Here, you may only see fun and games, but Special Olympics, the young athlete events, got me on the path with this community, all before I could compete in sports, building up and inspiring our future champions.
You may see looks like any other school activity. This is where I make friendships that last a lifetime. Friendships that grow with me. Where I once felt alone, I now feel included with my peers.
To you, this may seem like a simple house cleaning, but this is how thousands like me get care that is often out of reach. This is how I get to see the world in richer colors and hear the music happening all around me.
You may see a simple race or competition, but this is where I shine the brightest, where I show my strength, what I'm capable of, one lap at a time.
To you, this may seem like an award podium, but for me, it's a chance to show everyone what I'm capable of. That I get to show people all the things I can do, rising above what they told me I can't. You see, Special Olympics Michigan is much more than one of them.
One program,
one competition.
Special Olympics carries many meanings throughout our lifetimes.
No matter the changes, it is home. Home the champions, we're celebrating.
Special Olympics is more than a medal.
More than a moment.
It's a movement.
For a lifetime.
Make the world a better place by supporting Special Olympics Michigan today.
So I hope that kind of explains some of the why. And now we'd like to talk a little bit more specifically about our local program here in Area 39. So Naomi and I will just kind of kick it back and forth. We have a short presentation. Hopefully everyone can see this.
Yep.
So Special Olympics provides a year-round sports training program for athletic competition for people ages 8 and up with intellectual disabilities. And the key thing here is there's no cost to the participants. We don't charge any of our athletes or their parents or guardians a fee for joining Special Olympics. It's really more than just competing, though. That's kind of I hope that the previous video kind of talked about that. What a lot of people see are the athletes on the podium or that final state games competition, which certainly are a part of it, but it's much more than that. And maybe Naomi can allude to that.
We have weekly practices for each of the different events, the different sports, and athletes are involved with socializing and skill development and self-esteem and interacting with the public. And it's not just about the competition at the end. It's about their life skills and celebrating their achievements.
And I think for many of these athletes, they've never played a school sport or anything, but yesterday was a great example of taking about 20 people, our athletes and coaches, on a bus to Escanaba And the laughter and joy on that bus, it was like a road trip, going on a road trip, and many of them don't ever get to do anything like that. And for most of them, that in and of itself was just a joy, and stopping at a restaurant to eat on the way back. And so the other thing is, that's important to note, that this is a volunteer movement. Yeah, there is a Special Olympics Michigan and Area 39. We are a nonprofit, a 501c3, and Special Olympics Michigan does employ probably about 40 staff at the state offices to help facilitate everything. But other than that, everything else is a volunteer movement. We're volunteers as area directors, our coaches are, our volunteers and chaperones are. And here's just some pictures of some of the different sports. The person in the upper left-hand corner is our daughter, Mindy, and that's kind of how we got into Special Olympics. She's 35 years old and has some disability, and has been participating in Special Olympics probably for about 20 years. And that's how we initially became involved. So this is prior to last summer. Area 37 consisted of 3 counties, Baraga, Houghton, and Keweenaw. Area 37 was dissolved in 2015, and it merged, those 3 counties merged with Area 36 in Marquette. So there was really no more Area 37. The area director had retired, and the position was never filled. So they just, Special Olympics Michigan just shifted those 3 counties over to Area 36 in Marquette. Then Area 39, which consisted of Gogebic and Ontonagon counties, became inactive like right around COVID, when the area director retired. They never closed the area because there was hope that one day it would restart, and they had some interest from a new area director in restarting it, but it never really got going again. So it kind of just remained dormant. So Naomi and I came on board last year and approached Special Olympics Michigan about reopening Area 37 again. And they said, well, we really never reopen an area once it's been shut down. But what we can do is, if you're willing, we'll take Baraga, Houghton, and Keweenaw counties and merge them with Area 39 and Gogebic and Ontonagon, and make a new Area 39 consisting of 5 counties. So that's our area that you can see. It's the largest geographic area in the state. You can see from the previous map that there's actually 37 areas. We're Area 39, so we're kind of the last numerical one, and a couple of them, including Area 37, are shut down. So there's 37 areas in the state now, and we're the largest. Those are divided into 9 regions. So we're in a region with the entire UP, and there's like 5 areas in the UP. So Naomi can speak to some of the accomplishments. You can kind of see them on the slide, but since all this happened since last summer, so we've been busy.
Yeah, actually, this says 50 athletes. We have more than that now. We have more coaches and volunteers. Excuse me. Our biggest challenge, I believe, is that because our area is so vast, we have to operate out of 2 different hubs. Ourselves living in Houghton, Michigan, we have our major hub here, but we have also facilitated a hub out of Ironwood. So it's kind of a split area. Sometimes we will compete against our own athletes, one area to the other, just for practices. But as we grow, we are getting more coaches out in the Ironwood area. We have more interest with the community helping with some fundraising out there. So we've completed our first 3 major seasons. We started with bowling, then we had snowshoe, and yesterday we just finished with basketball. So now we're on to the really big competitions and big sports, which are the summer sports. And so far we have 3 different sports that will be training athletes in, and those will culminate at the state summer games, and then we will be hosting the area bocce ball tournament for the whole Upper Peninsula. That will be in August.
So these are the state offers, Special Olympics offers 20 some sports. We can't participate in all of them. It's just would be, we don't have the economy of scale to do so. We don't have enough volunteers and coaches nor athletes at this point, but we are continually looking at adding new sports as we go, expanding as we get more interest and volunteers. But it's the sports offered are kind of divided into 6 separate seasons. So right now we're starting up the summer games season. After that, there's a softball season, which we won't participate in. But then there's a fall games in November, classic. We'll probably do soccer in the fall, then again, bowling in November. So I think we've kind of actually talked about some of our goals, expanding the number of athletes and the number of sports offered in both the Houghton and Ironwood area. We're continually trying to secure practice venues that are either no cost or low cost. We know that, for example, for bowling, we're going to have to pay, but we try to negotiate with the alleys to get the least cost possible. We're fortunate to have partnerships with Houghton High School that allow us to use their facilities for free, and Gogebic Community College down in Ironwood, in which we can use their facility for free. So really increasing the visibility in the community and expanding our area management team. Right now it's Naomi and I, and we're not getting any younger. It'd be nice to have somebody coming on board to really help organize things like fundraising, or someone that's good with budgets, and be nice to get like an assistant area director in Ironwood area so that we don't have to, we can support and assist, but have someone else help us out down there. So we have some goals.
Also, if you look at this one screen, there mentions Unified Champion Schools, and that is a program that is implemented in the school districts, partnering adaptive special needs athletes with, I don't want to say regular athletes, but non-special needs athletes, and combining as teams and or mentors type of program. So that's something on the horizon for us also.
So our annual area budget, this is not the state Special Olympics budget, which obviously is much larger, but our annual area budget to run the sports that we currently run is about $20,000 to $25,000, and that includes both the Ironwood and Houghton hubs. And that includes uniforms, equipment, practice venue rentals, storage. We have equipment that needs to be stored. We don't have space in our basement, so we have storage units both in Ironwood and Houghton. That includes travel and food to and from regional and state games, registration fees for games, room and board for overnight trips. we receive currently about $5,000 to $10,000 in law enforcement torch run, LETR, and Wirtz Warriors grants, which are great. Those are all areas can apply for those. Law enforcement is very, in the state of Michigan, is very supportive of Special Olympics and does runs and polar plunges and stuff like that. And Wirtz Warriors are a group of snowmobile
enthusiasts
members that raise a great deal of money for within our state for Special Olympics. So we need to raise $10,000 to $15,000 a year locally to make up kind of for the difference in the gap to sustain the program. So that's a challenge for us. We want to thank everybody who went to the Super Bowl dinner at the COOF. That was quite successful. Raised about $5,000 for that event. And we have a couple more events planned for the year. We're fortunate to have secured some sponsors that contributed larger portions of money. And we just want to recognize them: Copper Shores Community Health Foundation, Queen City Running Company, Rotary Club of Hancock, Bay Insurance Company in Lance and Houghton, Lacilla Insurance Agency up in Mohawk, and the Keweenaw Chamber of Commerce. So we feel very blessed to have those. And then we have some upcoming events. We have our next fundraiser, and just kind of a fun event is the movie night and silent auction for Special Olympics at the Orpheum on April 18th. No admission fee and free popcorn. But we will be having a silent auction there. So we're looking for items. If anyone knows of people that might want to contribute, gift cards, services, items, obviously. And then our spring sports season is coming up that Naomi mentioned, and there's regional and state events for that. And Naomi also mentioned the Upper Peninsula Regional Bocce Tournament that we'll be hosting on August 1st at Houghton High School, which will be a lot of fun. I hope the community comes out and watches. And we do intend on having a jail and bail fundraiser in conjunction with the Houghton Police Department coming up sometime in the fall. And we need you, or not necessarily you listening or viewing this, but we need people that want to step up and help in any capacity, whether it's volunteering or coaching or assisting at practices, or even if you know of a special needs person that's not involved yet in Special Olympics, let us know, let them know. Some of our athletes only participate in one sport. It might be bowling. Some do everything every season. Obviously, we need help with fundraising and then supporting larger state efforts such as the law enforcement torch run that's held for the first time. They held it last year in Houghton in the fall, and it starts actually in Copper Harbor. And if you'll consider joining us, again, and we'd like to kind of, before we open it up, show a couple more short videos. So if we can stop sharing that one, and we'd like to show just a glimmer. This is our local video that we did just of the state winter games in which we participated in snowshoe. I want you to look for Area 39 in the purple hats.
and I think it's pretty safe to say that everyone in this room has been looking forward.
So the last video we showed was just from yesterday. It was the state or the UP regional basketball tournament. Both our teams from Ironwood and Houghton took gold medals, which again, we're really proud of, but that's really not the point. And they were very proud of that too, obviously, but most importantly, they just had a great time, although we're fried.
Let me also point out that every athlete gets either a medal or a ribbon, no matter what place they come in. It's not really about what place they come in. It's about participating. And another thing I'd like to point out is in our chaos and turmoil in our world today, this happens to be such a bright spot, and it's doing good. Everyone who's involved, it's a positive thing. There's no negatives about it. So that's what keeps us going.
Great. Would you like to open up to question and answers?
Sure, or just comments.